Part 2, Application in Depth, Setting Your Intention. Since our thoughts are our points of harmony, most people, most of the time, harmonize with whatever is in front of them. There is no intentionality, no direction of thought. They just think about whatever comes across their path. They sort of harmonize and live a life of default, but we don't want to be like that. We want to live life deliberately. So many people never sit down and set their intention. Imagine just starting to drive wherever you feel like it, hoping that you'd end up where you want to go. You would get there faster if you entered in the destination into your navigation first and then followed it. Why following your guidance is the worst advice ever, unless. So many people give the advice to others, follow their inner guidance, which I'm going to say is the worst advice ever, if they never sat down and set their intention, which is the most important part. Your guidance depends on what you are harmonizing with, just like what radio station you hear depends on where you set the dial. And if you have a history of rendezvousing with things you didn't like, then you need to adjust your harmony, not keep following your guidance. You need to change the station, then listen to what it's telling you. Following your guidance to the wrong station is what got you into this mess. For example, in the classic trope of the young woman whose friends are all getting married, she feels like her beauty is starting to fade and she has no romantic prospects. She starts to feel a little panicky and frantic about finding a husband. She's out almost every night looking for a guy. She has seemingly an endless stream of one-night stands and guys that just use her. She constantly complains to her girlfriends about it, and she even starts to make it a joke, like I'm a jerk magnet. She gets lots of attention and sympathy from her friends, and they always like to hear about what her latest drama is. In frustration, inside she is screaming, I want a nice guy who won't just use me. This is a terrible intention that will backfire for sure, because words don't matter. The universe doesn't hear your words, only your harmonic offering of thought. And it doesn't matter if her claimed intention is a nice guy for once. Her harmonic offering is the opposite. So one of her friends sits her down and says, girl, you gotta follow your feelings. If a guy feels off, it is. She thanks her for the advice and heads out for a night on the town. She goes to a club, and before she walks in, she internalizes again, I'm going to feel this one out. Of course, she did nothing to change what type of guy she's in harmony with. This is a unique day at the club because there are 100 guys there, 99 of which whom are great, upstanding guys who would be good to her and for her. They are looking for marriage, they have their act together, they are well-integrated men. And then there's just one there to exclusively use women. She walks into the club so disappointed because it seems that almost everyone there, she's just not feeling it at all. She can see that most are quite attractive, but she just feels zero attraction to them. There's no spark. She comforts herself by saying it's a good thing because she's listening to her feelings this time. And then she sees him. The one attractive guy in the whole club lights up like a Christmas tree. It feels so good. So right. She can feel a profound physiological and psychological attraction towards him. And he finds her too. They have great harmony. And it feels so right because they are literally on the same wavelength, same harmonic offering, same vibration, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter if all her friends tell her, no, not him. She won't hear it. She knows it. She feels it. Wild horses couldn't stop her. And you know the rest of the story. She finds the guy that uses her more than anyone else ever did. Now she's even more confused about that advice. Listening to her gut, she's even more angry and bitter and disheartened. She feels powerless. And we know how dangerous that status can be. So I just cringe every time I hear someone give that advice. I want to add, make 100% sure you are in harmony with your desire, and then, and only then, is that the best advice ever. So many people complained that they ended up not where they wanted to be, which is confusing because they just said they were following what felt right. And I asked, okay, let's figure this out. What was your intention that you set? I didn't really set one. I don't need to ask if they got in harmony with their intention if they didn't set one. You absolutely have to set your intention first and then get in harmonic alignment with your desire, and then you can follow your guidance to exactly where you intended. The best way to explain this is through examples. So I'm going to create videos on the same channel of exactly how to get in harmony step by step in every major category of life, like relationships, health, and wealth. I believe this to be the best philosophy to adopt because it honors the laws of the universe. If you choose a philosophy that's not going to honor the laws of the universe, you're going to have a very difficult life. And there's another huge correlate to success in every aspect of your life. It is the feeling of control. We're going to talk about that in depth after this next segment. But first, some tricks, tips, and some tools on how best to apply the law of harmony.